Did you know there's a cunning creature out there that even the toughest ranchers fear? We'll unveil the most formidable predator at the end, so stick around. It's not who you think. Hey there, fellow animal enthusiasts. Today we're journeying through the wilds of the United States to count down the top 10 most dangerous predators threatening our beloved livestock. We'll uncover where these stealthy hunters lurk, which animals are on their menu, the best times to keep an eye out, and smart ways to keep your livestock safe and sound. Let's dive right in. Number 10, raccoons. The masked bandits of the night. Found practically everywhere, from the deep woods to your own backyard, they're particularly fond of poultry and eggs. You might think raccoons are just cute, fuzzy creatures washing their food in streams, but don't be fooled. These critters are notorious for sneaking into chicken coops and making off with your prized hens or a basket full of eggs. Their nimble fingers can open latches and doors you'd think were secure. When to watch out? These nocturnal critters get especially active during spring and summer nights. That's when mama raccoons are feeding their hungry kits, and your chickens look like a gourmet meal. They also have an incredible memory. Once they find a food source, they'll keep coming back like they're on a subscription plan. So if you spot one, it's time to take action before they bring the whole family over for dinner. Defense tactics. Time to fortify those coops. Secure them with sturdy locks, because raccoons are surprisingly good with their tiny hands. Motion-activated lights can also give them a startle. Consider installing hardware cloth with small mesh sizes to prevent them from reaching in or squeezing through. And don't underestimate their climbing abilities. They can scale fences and trees with ease. Fun fact, did you know raccoons can open simple latches? They're like the escape artists of the animal kingdom. Maybe they took a class from Houdini himself. Number 9, foxes. Sly and graceful, foxes roam across farmlands and forests nationwide. They're eyeing your small livestock and poultry. These clever canines have adapted remarkably well to both rural and urban environments. They've been spotted trotting down suburban streets like they own the place. With their keen senses and agile movements, they can snatch a chicken without making a sound. When to watch out? Keep an eye out during dawn and dusk, their favorite hunting times. This is when they take advantage of the low light to sneak around undetected. In the spring, foxes are especially active as they hunt to feed their new pups. So your backyard might become their buffet if precautions aren't taken. Defense tactics, a strong predator-proof fence is your best friend here, and maybe a trusty guard dog to keep watch. Consider burying the fence at least a foot underground to prevent them from digging their way in. Some farmers also use electric fencing as an extra deterrent. And let's not forget about motion sensor lights or alarms. They can make a fox think twice about approaching. Quirky tidbit, foxes are known for their cunning nature. Ever heard the phrase sly as a fox? Now you know why. They even use Earth's magnetic field to hunt, aligning their pounces to increase success. Talk about high-tech hunting. Number 8. Bobcats. These elusive felines are more widespread than you might think. They're partial to poultry, sheep, goats, and sometimes young calves. Bobcats are masters of stealth. With their tufted ears and spotted coats, they blend seamlessly into their surroundings. You might never see them, but they'll see you, or rather, your livestock. Their bite is powerful enough to take down animals much larger than themselves. When to watch out? Mostly nocturnal, but they're extra active in the winter. Snow doesn't slow them down. It actually gives them an advantage as their silent paws tread lightly over the drifts. They've been known to roam closer to human habitats during colder months in search of food. So don't let the winter chill lull you into a false sense of security. Defense tactics, secure nighttime enclosures and consider motion-activated sprinklers. They hate unexpected showers. Installing high fencing that's difficult to climb can help. Bobcats can leap up to 12 feet in a single bound. Also, removing dense vegetation around your property can eliminate their hiding spots. Surprising note, bobcats are solitary and stealthy. You might never see them coming. They're like the ninjas of the animal world, silently stalking their prey before making a swift attack. Before we reveal our next stealthy stalker, If you're enjoying this wild ride, why not hit that like button? It's safer than wrestling a raccoon for your garbage can, I promise. And if you want more thrilling tales from the animal kingdom, don't forget to subscribe. Join our pack and let's explore together. Number 7. Birds of prey. Eagles and hawks are majestic, but watch out. They've got their eyes on your poultry and small animals. These aerial hunters have eyesight that's up to 8 times sharper than ours. Imagine spotting a rabbit from 2 miles away. They swoop down at incredible speeds, making them a formidable threat to free-ranging livestock. When to watch out? They are daytime hunters, especially during nesting season. They're extra protective and aggressive when they've got chicks to feed. Sunny days are their favorite. Thermal air currents help them soar effortlessly as they scout for a tasty meal. So while you're enjoying the nice weather, so are they. Defense tactics, overhead netting can keep them from swooping in. Reflective objects can also throw them off their game. Some farmers use guard animals like dogs or even geese to deter these predators. Geese are surprisingly territorial and loud. Think of them as your noisy neighborhood watch. Did you know? They're protected under federal law, so non-lethal deterrents are the way to go. So while they may be eyeing your chickens, you can't just tell them to buzz off. Legally at least. Number 6. Black bears. These big guys roam forested regions and have a sweet tooth for beehives, small livestock and crops. Black bears are the ultimate opportunists. They'll eat just about anything. Berries, insects, fish, and unfortunately sometimes your livestock. They've been known to cause significant damage to apiaries, lured by the sweet scent of honey. When to watch out, mostly at night, with increased activity in spring and summer. That's when they're packing on the pounds after hibernation. But don't be surprised if you see them during the day. If food is scarce, they'll break their nocturnal habits. So keep an eye out, especially if you live near wooded areas. Defense tactics, electric fencing can give them a gentle buzz to stay away. Also secure those trash cans, they're not picky eaters. Bear-resistant containers and removing bird feeders can reduce attractants. If they don't find an easy meal, they'll move on to greener pastures or forests. Fun fact, despite their size, black bears are excellent climbers. Better double-check those tree houses. They can climb up to 100 feet in a matter of seconds. Number 5. Wild hogs. Not just a biker gang. These feral pigs are mostly in the south but are making their way north. Wild hogs are like the bulldozers of the wilderness. They root up soil, destroy crops, and can even pose a threat to small livestock. Their tusks aren't just for show, they can cause serious injury. When to watch out? Active all day and night, no rest for the wicked. They breed rapidly, with a single sow producing up to 2 litters a year, each with multiple piglets. Talk about a population explosion. Defense tactics, strong, buried fencing can keep them from rooting under. Trapping programs might also be necessary. Some landowners employ hunting as a means of control, but always check local regulations first. In some areas, they're considered an invasive species and hunting them is encouraged. Shocking truth. They're highly invasive and cause massive ecological damage. They're like the bulldozers of the animal world. They've caused over $1 billion in agricultural damage in the US annually. Number 4. Mountain lions. Also known as cougars, they prowl the western states and parts of Florida. These big cats are solitary and require large territories to roam. They're powerful predators capable of taking down animals much larger than themselves, including sheep, goats, horses and young cattle. When to watch out? Mostly during twilight and nighttime. However, they can be active during the day if the opportunity arises. If you live near mountainous or wooded areas, be extra vigilant. Livestock grazing near the edges of forests are especially at risk. Defense tactics, bring livestock indoors at night and consider guardian animals like llamas. They're surprisingly fierce protectors. Installing high, secure fencing can also deter them. Motion-activated lights and alarms may help, but mountain lions are clever and may eventually ignore them. Intriguing insight, mountain lions have large territories and are rarely seen. But when they are, it's unforgettable. They can leap up to 40 feet in a single bound. Imagine that next time you're out for a hike. Hey, quick question. Got any wild encounters with these predators? Drop a comment below and share your story. Who knows? Maybe your tale will make it into our next video. Let's get a conversation roaring. Number 3. Alligators. Taking a bite out of the southeastern US, mainly Florida and Louisiana, these ancient reptiles have been around since the time of dinosaurs. They're opportunistic feeders and won't hesitate to snatch up animals near water bodies. Calves and small livestock are at risk. When to watch out? They're most active in the warm months, especially between dusk and dawn. Alligators are cold-blooded, so they love basking in the sun to regulate their temperature. But don't be fooled by their lazy demeanor. They can launch into action at lightning speed. Defense tactics. Keep livestock away from water edges and install sturdy fencing. Consider fencing off ponds or water sources entirely. If that's not possible, providing alternative water sources for your livestock away from alligator habitats can help. Crazy fact, alligators can reach speeds of up to 35 miles per hour in the water. That's faster than you'd expect. On land they're slower, but they can still manage a quick burst if motivated. Number 2. Wolves. Howling across the northern Rockies, Great Lakes, and the Pacific Northwest. Wolves hunt in packs and are highly strategic. They can take down large prey, making sheep, goats, cattle, and sometimes pets vulnerable. When to watch out? They are a year-round threat, mostly nocturnal. Winter months can see increased activity as food becomes scarce. They might venture closer to human habitats in search of an easy meal. Defense tactics, electric fencing, and livestock guardian dogs trained specifically for wolves. Fladry lines, strings of flags hung around pastures, have been used as a temporary deterrent. Wolves are cautious of new things in their environment. Important note, wolves are protected in many areas, so always check local regulations before taking action. They're a vital part of the ecosystem, so non-lethal methods are preferred. Number 1. Coyotes. Surprised? Coyotes have become the #1 menace to livestock across all continental states. Coyotes are incredibly adaptable and intelligent. They've expanded their range and even thrive in urban environments. Your sheep, goats, calves, poultry and pets could be on their dinner menu. When to watch out? They're active both day and night, with peak times at dawn and dusk. Breeding season in late winter can make them more aggressive. They might be more daring in their hunt to provide for their pups. Defense tactics: install fences at least 6 feet high and bury them 12 inches underground. Guardian animals like dogs, donkeys or llamas can also help. Using coyote rollers, bars that spin atop fences, can prevent them from scaling over. Also, removing attractants like pet food or unsecured garbage can reduce their visits. Mind-blowing fact, coyotes are incredibly adaptable and their populations are actually increasing even in urban areas. They've been spotted strolling down city streets like they're out for a morning jog. So, remember that cunning creature I mentioned at the start? It's none other than the ever-adaptable coyote. Who would have thought, right? They're everywhere, and they've become the top predator to watch out for when it comes to livestock. With their wily ways and ability to thrive almost anywhere, coyotes exemplify the challenges of coexisting with wildlife. But with the right knowledge and precautions, we can keep our livestock safe and appreciate the wild neighbours we share our land with. If you enjoyed this video, click the video on the screen now to see what farm animal that farmers keep willingly is the deadliest. I was surprised when I learned which farm animal caused the most deaths each year.